yeah. All right. Whoa. And now it's time for the Late Boomer Show, starring Stephen J. Morris. Yeah. Riding in that train, hey, cocaine. Casey Jones, yeah, rock steady, bud. Yeah, I'm grooving. Ooh. Do I hear music? Yes, you do, boss. It's the Grateful Dead. Can't you listen to something else? Oh, no. Well, I got a broadcast, so please go back to your shelf. Oh, shit. You know, you're a fascist. I bet you're a member of ICE. Yeah, I bet I am. Look at you. I'm sick of you, you know? Oh boy, here comes another one. Well, I'm being invaded today. Hello, girls. I love Delilah, Delilah. What you gonna do, Delilah? Come on, girls. Yeah. Aren't you gonna give Daddy a kiss? I think I'll take her back to the pound. You know, people do not adopt black cats because it's Christian superstitions. Oh, they're Satan. Oh, they're evil. Yeah, sure they are. Okay, we'll be back. Howdy, I'm back. Today's subject is conspiracies. Don't believe them? You should. If conspiracies is this make-believe, then why is all the Central Intelligence Agency's files are classified? What's the big secret, huh? Are you doing something that's illegal? Immoral? I mean, what is it? So you don't believe in conspiracies, and you know nothing about the U.S. government or any other government. Wherever there's a business or a government, there's secrets. There's plans. True, there are people who make money off of conspiracies,
by scaring you, they make a lot of money. Jean Birch Society, for example, they were one of the first American conspiracy groups. But you see, you gotta divide. You gotta how can I put this? You gotta distinguish what is true conspiracy and what's fake conspiracy. Most of the fakery of conspiracies come from the right wing. The hardcore conspiracies come from the left because they make the most sense and logic. The other one was just anti-Semitism and commie-phobia. So you got to find the correct road to truth. So now this is what is today's date? Today's I'm looking at the calendar here. Today is Wednesday, February 4th. And the big thing now is the Epstein files. The Epstein files. The propaganda to promote America is a clean-cut Christian country. It's on the side of good. It's God's favorite country. The rest belongs to Satan. Guess what? It's not true. If you could distinguish between good and evil objectively, then you know the truth. Now, let's start with the world's oldest profession, sex. That's been a big taboo of all the main religions, Abrahamic religions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. They have big hang-ups about sex. So, sex becomes a taboo. It becomes a secret, a dangerous secret. That's why James Bond always got the girl. He didn't have any sexual hang-ups. But he was fighting for the Christians, allegedly. So, now, let me explain. Who's this gal? Well, she's dead now. Her name is Deborah Palfrey. She was the D.C. madam. She had an escort service, and she had this black book. Yes. And it had a lot of names in them. Most of them were politicians. Oh, the Democrats and the Republicans were dying to get a hold of this book. But then they found a copy of it and realized, well, if we expose the Republican politicians that we're going to hookers behind our wives' back, the same thing is going to happen to the Democratic Johns, which means customer for prostitutes. So it'd be like a Mexican standoff, be like this. You shoot the gun and both of them will drop dead. Nobody will survive. So they decided, the Democrats and the Republicans, were not going to release the names of the black book of the DC madam. And nobody ever got caught. There was a lot of madams and a lot of madams in Washington, D.C. You would expect it to be in Hollywood, California, but no, this was Washington, D.C. So, going on to, after this discovery of nice, clean-cut congressmen who are going to see hookers at night, telling their maids, tell my wife I got to stay late and we're having a congressional hearing. So there was also the other thing, homosexuality. A lot of men, congressmen, who came mostly from the 1950s, hid that fact. So they get married, have a wife and children, and then when the wife goes shopping, they connected. And I know what you mean. You know what I mean when I say connected. So all these madams from Washington, D.C., all had the same death. They all committed suicide. All of them. Deborah here. See her? No, not me. Anyway, above my shoulder here. Yeah. She committed suicide. She went to her mother's house and the gardening storage room. She hung herself. She never had depression her whole life. She never had any suicidal tendencies. But she killed herself. And same with the other madams in Washington in the late 90s. They all committed suicide by strangulation, hanging. Sounds very suspicious, doesn't it? But, so now here we are in the presence. And we're on to this. Jeffrey Epstein, nice Jewish boy. Nice Jewish boy. It reinforces the Jewish stereotype that Jews are evil and they're corrupt and they want to corrupt everybody. So this Jew here had one of the biggest sex ring in the history of the world. And he made a lot of powerful friends. He even got involved with espionage. Got involved with Israeli intelligence, Mossad, Shin Bet, all those Israeli spy organizations. It's all funny, but he had a specialty. He had a thing so men who enjoy underage girls could acquire one for one night. He made a lot of money. When it comes to a man's sexuality, there's no price that's expensive. In other words, You're rich. Most of his clientele were rich guys. You're rich. There's nothing left to do anymore. You got everything. So you look for illegal stimulations. So you get an underage girl. That's exciting. Or you jump out of a plane and parachute. Or you do all sorts of things. You go to NASCAR and ride the fastest car. And it's all about stimulation. All those endorphins in your nervous system. At any rate, Mr. Epstein, got involved with world wealth, world politics, businesses, crime, organized crime. So we do not know all the circumstances. All people want to know is about the sex part, which is just the tip of the iceberg. He had an organization that was not just for having an island and having illicit sex, but there's other things that he was involved in. And guess what? He got caught. He got convicted in American court and in jail, where they don't even let you wear a belt to hold up your pants in fear of suicide. But he managed to hang himself in his prison cell. How in the hell did he manage that? So if you believe he killed himself, just like the DC madam, you're naive. You're very naive. Because if you think America is a nice, clean-cut, moral country, you're fooling yourself. Some of you think that God, Jesus, sent Trump to this world. You must not really like God if he exists. So there's something awry. There is a conspiracy. But everybody says, prove it, prove it. I don't have to. It proves itself. So, that's all I have for you for today. I'll be back in a flash. So, adios. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.